Hi YouTube family. I just submitted a video, right? Went back, took a look at it, and I saw that the volume wasn't loud enough. I was downstairs and I felt the need to come back on and re-record, okay? And so you may see me swiveling or moving the camera around a little bit, but I just wanted to let you guys know I just started a Ko-Fi page and I do have some resources, some free downloadable resources. Also, too, I am giving away a free journal, and I also too submitted like my Instagram page in the description as well, and I will leave it in this video also. And so I am here and I exist because there are people in society that are vulnerable. And so I just wanted to say that first of all, I want whoever is listening to this video to be encouraged. I am very sincere when it comes to a person's mental wellness. And the reason why I say that is because years ago, when I was 26 years old, I buried my mother. And it was 2 weeks after I graduated from college. Um, and then in years after that, another one of my family members passed. One of my brothers passed. Then my grandmother passed. Then my father passed. By that time, I was completely depressed. And when I say completely depressed, I was completely depressed. My family and I, we were drained financially, we were drained spiritually, we were drained physically, we were drained mentally. Not just that, I had also become homeless because I was such a wreck in my mind. Like, I was going through so many setbacks and so many disappointments. And to be honest with you, I would say this, that I really told God that I hated him. I said, because there was nobody else in this world that loved me and my siblings more than my mother did. Sometimes we say things out of ignorance, but I'm going to say this: God's love is powerful. It is truly powerful. And so over the years, and even though I had made that statement to God, told God that I hated him, that, I thought he was wrong for taking my mom away from me, and, for all the tragedies and, and things of that sort that my family and I had gone through. I just thought that it was so unfair. And also, too, at that same time, I was in a really bad relationship. I was in a really abusive relationship. And so, it wasn't just abuse on the other person's end, it was abuse coming from both ends. So we were both young, both in college, graduated, careless, just careless about life. When you're young, you just think you're untouchable, and you're just careless about a lot of things. But what made me to realize that life is but a vapor and life is too short and it's not to be taken for granted is when my mom passed. And so over those years, God has been peeling back the layers of my life. And in the year 1991, God gave me a vision to start a business. And the name of that business was the Vineyard Learning Group. That's what I named it. But as the years progressed and I started to go through more, because see, I thought I was done going through my trials, my tribulations, because the word declares that you will have trials and tribulations in this world, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. Now, let me say this: I'm not here to preach to anybody. That is not my forte. I am not here to preach to anybody. I am going to say this: I am most definitely a woman of faith. So the resources that I have, they cater to both people that are in the ministry and people that are not in the ministry. So if you are not a person of faith, then I got you. If you are a person of faith, I got you too. Because sometimes at some point in our lives, we can hit a dry wall. And so that is why my business was created. My business was created to help those to triumph over their trauma. That's the purpose of why it is that I exist. Now, I'm going to say this. In the year 2020, I'm fast forwarding now, okay? So, in the year 2020, I became a master life coach. Now, what a master life coach did after having a master life certification, I had no clue. So, what I started to do was I started to do the research. And as I'm doing the research, I started to look at, marketing strategies, acquisitions, and, I started to see people like Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar. I started to see people like I started to see people like Rusi Timbukwayo, Jack Ma, Warren Buffett, so many different people, not just on the coaching platform, but just people just like in business across the globe. And like, what are some of the challenges, that they face? Why these videos popped up on my YouTube? Because I'm not like an avid TV watcher anymore. And so why some of these videos started to pop up on my YouTube channel is not a coincidence, I don't believe. But I do believe that those videos popped up on my YouTube channel to teach me some things about how to run a business, what to do when the business fails, um, what are some things to do um, to get back on track, and who to network with, and what is your goal and your strategy, and what's your business plan, and where do you see yourself in 10 years, what do you see yourself in 5 years. And so I've met so many people along the way who are my destiny helpers, who have, whether it is on YouTube or whether I've met them in person, that have taught me some things about the business, about the strategy, about marketing my products and my services, about helping other people, and how to become a legacy in this business, if that makes any sense. And so sometimes you'll see me looking away from the computer because I don't want to leave anything out. So I most definitely want to share some things with you guys, but I don't want to leave any things out. So if you look at my last video and you can't hear my last video, I am so sorry. I have to order me one of those little microphones from Amazon. I was about to invest in one a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't need that. But yeah, now that I see what I'm going into these different spaces and rooms and stuff like that, my voice is not loud enough for you guys to hear. So I want you guys to know that my name is Velma. I am the founder of my company. It is named Zealists. That name was given to me some years ago during COVID. I didn't realize then, that that was another piece to the puzzle. And so, as I am going through these trials, as I'm going through this trauma, as I am being faced like with financial difficulties, and when I am not having enough to survive, and you can't say or talk to anybody about anything except you have experienced it. There are people that are licensed. You have licensed counselors. You have licensed therapists, licensed psychologists. But I have come to the conclusion that unless you have gone through and you're not sitting there reading me the DSM, the diagnostic, the diagnostic books and things of that sort, because I know what that's like. I was a psychology major. If you're not, talking to me about real life things that you have experienced, in, you can only put a bandage on my wound. Is that, if that makes any sense? But if I meet somebody that has been homeless, I can talk to that person because I've been there. If I meet somebody who has been abandoned, who has been rejected, I can talk to that person because I've been there. No psychologist or no therapist could teach me or train me on that, if that makes any sense. And so this is why I exist. So I want you guys to understand something clearly about who I am and about why it is that I'm here. You have to have a why. When you are starting a business, you need a why. Why is it that you exist? I exist because I want to break the generational curses off of me, off of my family, and off of others. Many who are vulnerable in society, who are overlooked, who are rejected, who have been displaced, who are victims of domestic violence, who are victims of sex trafficking, who are victims of families that have been murdered, children that have died prematurely. Those things can traumatize a person. Those that have gone to war and have come back home and who suffer PTSD and all sorts of like natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, just a lot of catastrophic, events that we're never prepared for. And that's the thing about us in society. We make ourselves vulnerable to situations, not because we won't face them, but because we're not prepared for them, if that makes any kind of sense. So I want you all to understand that as a trauma informed empowerment company, this is who I am. I am a trauma informed empowerment company. Please check out my Instagram page and my Ko-Fi page. You will completely have clear, it, you'll have clarity, and you will have deep insight as to why it is that I exist. I never knew that this big dream was on the inside of me, that God had placed on the inside of me. So what I started to do was and I dare you to dream big dreams. You got to start somewhere. And when I say start somewhere, start journaling, start writing things down, progress. Start with a 30-day plan. Look at your plan and see if your plan are some measurable goals that you are able to obtain. Some things you're going to need other people's help. You're going to need their expertise. And I've reached out to a lot of people. I've sat on a lot of phone calls. I've sat in a lot of Zoom meetings and things of that sort, so I can be groomed and know how to move in this arena and how to move on this platform, so I can plateau this business and position it so that I can not only be able to help the vulnerable in society, but to employ them as well. And so what I'm trying to do is, and what I am doing is, I am building a community. And I'm building a community of people who have been traumatized by any kind of situation that is going on. If you guys looked on the news last week, Spain power went totally out. The people were freaking out. Like, even the president had come on television and was saying he didn't know what the source was. Now, I don't know what the outcome of the result was, and I need to go back and research that too. But they were experiencing like their schools like had no power source. And I was thinking about, hey, like their refrigerated foods, in the grocery stores, and their imports, the airplanes were shut down. I mean, the airport was shut down. Everything was at a standstill. Like, nobody knew what was going on. Like, they had to shut their tunnels down. There were people in the hospital who were dependent upon the electricity that was completely gone in that country. And I felt so bad for those people. And so I went on my Instagram and I did a little video about that. And you can go to my Instagram page and you will see me doing different videos. You will see different content out there. Also, too, I want you to drop down to like, share, subscribe, and to comment and let me know what are some things that you would like for me to talk about as a trauma-informed coach. That is who I am, because I've been through the trauma, I've been through the pain, and I am an overcomer. I tell people this, that when you wake up every morning, your mercies have been renewed. You better get up and celebrate yourself and act like it is your birthday. You have to understand that if you wake up on top of the ground and the ground don't wake up on top of you, you have opportunities. You have opportunities. This is to my teen moms. This is to my college students. This is to my single moms. This is to my newly divorced moms. This is to women who have married and lost their husband within. I see this stuff all around the world. Like, nobody expects to get married and in the next 5 minutes your husband or your spouse, your spouse is no longer with you, like somebody you had planned to spend the rest of your life with. Also, too, children that are being sex trafficked, girls that are being brutally raped, women that are being unalived by their significant other, men that are being beaten by their women. This is trauma. And this is why I'm here. This is why I exist. So I want you guys to understand that I am an empowerment company that is dedicated to helping undeserved populations. I am dedicated to helping undeserved populations. I am all about the mental health and awareness. I am not a therapist. I'm not a counselor, but I do understand trauma. And I do know that there is a strategy, there is a plan to overcome it. Go to my Ko-Fi page and download that empowerment toolkit that is there. It will help you, and it will also get you started, and it will get your creative juices flowing. It will get you to thinking. You need a whole 30-day plan. You need goals. You need measurable goals. You need some things that's going to help you along the way. And I am that person to help you and to push you. I like to heal. I like to lead. And as a coach, my curriculum is designed to equip teen moms. It is to equip the most vulnerable, again, guys, in population. Women who have never had a job, children that have been displaced, federal government workers, which is one of the things that's on the top of my list now, who have been recently displaced, um, orphans, widows, at-risk youth, youth that are in detention homes, youth that are in that are that are in jail, that have been incarcerated, youth that who don't have relationships with their mom, youth who have been abandoned by their parents, who they don't have a mom or a dad, young girls who don't have a mother. You know, those things can traumatize a person when they don't have that foundation, that support around them. That is the most vulnerable in our population, and sometimes people will take advantage of them. So, this is why I'm here. And so, I have the tools for emotional wellness, I have the tools for spiritual grounding, and economic resilience. This is who I am, and this is who I've become. And this is not like a one nighter, like an overnight thing. This is something that I've been working on for years. I've been working on this thing for years, and it has just come into like a full 360, like complete 360. And it the only way this business could exist is that I have gone through what I've gone through. Because if I had not gone through what I've gone through, this business would not exist right now. So I want you to understand that through transformative programming and strategic partnerships with schools, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm doing. And these are the people that I'm reaching out to. So my partnerships with schools, with community organizations, I'm building a movement. This is what I'm doing. I want to disrupt how coaching is done. Because this is not, listen, this is a movement. This is not a hustle for me. This is not a grind for me. This for me is a movement, and it is also a call to action. Okay? And so I'm going to put my Instagram link, so you can go out on my Instagram link and look at my content. Also too, you can like, share, subscribe. Please share. Please share. Please share. You can like, share, subscribe. And also I want you to comment and let me know what are some of the topics or some of the things that you would like for me to talk about. What are some content and some things, because I have a lot of old content that I can really share right now, that I am going to share, but you won't see me on here all the time. I was thinking, hey, I can do like 4 or 5 videos a day. But then, right now I'm still working a full-time job, and I am in the process of trying to like go into, coaching full-time. This is my job. Like, this is what I'm doing. These are some of the things I'm working on. More products, more services. What can I offer? Who can I help? Like, who's my audience? Like, this thing is bigger than I have even imagined. Like, this has been lying dormant on the inside of me. And I'm saying all of that to say this to you. There's something on the inside of you that is lying dormant on the inside of you that you can do, that nobody else can do better than you. Whether it's cooking chicken, whether it's creating whiteboards, whether it's painting, whether it's using your mathematical geniuses. It's so many different plateaus, so many different platforms out there that people can stand on, that other people need. And so, with that being said, I am here to help you heal. And I'm not just here to be a coach, I'm here to walk with you. That is why I'm here. I am here because uh, um, my trauma is rooted in healing. And because my trauma is rooted in healing, then guess what? I can now help others heal. Now, had this been 5 years ago, no. I was still working on the plan. I was still going through. And I got down in God's face and I began to pray and ask God to give me the wisdom and the discernment and give me the resources, because it's going to take some resources. You will see me give things out on here for free, but it takes resources to run and to start this business. So I am looking to partner with and see the tools and the products and the services that I have are insurmountable. I've already tested them. I have a 6P program in place as well. I am ready and able and willing to use it. And I have tested it a couple of years ago on a group of teenagers from all over the world. Like, it started off like a 4-week training, and it ended up being a 4-week training, and I was called back to do an additional 4 weeks, and they wanted me to continue on. But I had became so busy with life that I couldn't continue it on. But here I am again, back with more relevant information, more resources, more tools, more content. And it is like, guys, I'm telling you, this information, this stuff that I have, it is so resourceful. I'm telling you guys. And so I want you guys to check out my Instagram page. I want you to check out my Ko-Fi page, and I will leave that link in there. And I am here to expand my audience. That's what I want to do. I am here so I can expand my audience, so I can help you. So I can help you along the journey if you need my help. And I'm pretty sure you do, with the things that are going on in the world and things that are to come, because we don't know what's ahead. You know, we don't know what is to come. We got so much, that's going on right now, that has started the beginning of the year. We have so much that is going on, and we have so much that every day we wake up, it is something different. We are going through inflation. We're having the tariffs, and all of these things that are going on. And so that was something that we were not prepared for. We weren't, and so it's starting to traumatize people, because it is affecting people's lives. It is affecting their households. And my mission in life is to offer healing, to offer life recovery, to offer leadership through custom curriculums, through coaching, empowerment journals, and training programs. I do one-on-ones, and I can do groups as well. I will also start to build workshops. I also do corporations. If I am needed for a corporation, I got content for corporations as well. So guys, I am your girl. This is your channel. Welcome to our community. This is not my community. This is our community. Welcome to our community. I am here for the healing. I am here to walk alongside you. I am here to build trees that I may not ever see the rest of my life. If that makes any sense. I am here to plant trees. And if you ever know anything about planting, everything becomes a seed first. And after you put that seed in the ground, that seed, once you water it and once you care for it, it grows. So that's why I'm here. I want you guys to know that oh God, I'm trying to say, I want you guys to know and to understand that we so need each other. Our country right now is so divided, and we need to build communities that are uniform. I'm not talking about what somebody else. I'm not talking about what somebody else's political views are. I don't care about your political views. I don't get down with political views. Like, I do care about what's going on in our world, but your political views, I put those aside. And I put those aside because there are people that are heavily weighted down with a lot of depression, with anxiety, with ADD, ADHD. There are so many sicknesses and diseases, and it's PTSD, COPD, diabetes. People suffer from trauma behind those things. There are some people who can't sleep at night. And so you need my products and my services. And so I am here for you. And I want you to reach out to me via my Instagram page. Thank you so much, YouTube, for allowing me to come onto this platform and to present my products and my services. You have helped me so much. And I truly do appreciate you. No pun. Like, literally, I am so serious. Like, I'm so glad that YouTube has allowed people to come into their space and to place their videos on their platform so they can see what is out there for them. So they can see that anytime that they're suffering or going through any kind of challenges in life, there are so many different people out here that they can reach out to, and I am one of those people. So I want to say that I love you so much. I pray that your week is prosperous. I pray that you begin to, that God gives you grace and He gives you favor. I pray that over you. I pray that over your life. I pray that He begin to saturate your mind and your heart. Literally. My journey is really a faith-based journey, and I am a woman of faith. But I am also, too, a person that will help those who are not faith-based, because everybody needs help at some point, okay? And so, check out my Ko-Fi page. Check out my Instagram page. And if you are the person that wants this free journal, and the journal is pink, so it's for a female. I don't want to give a male a pink journal. So this journal is for a female. And if you are interested, please DM me via my Instagram page. Go and visit my Ko-Fi page, and you will get a greater, deeper insight as to who I am, what do I do, and why it is that I exist. The last thing I want to say to you is you need a why. My why is, why does Zealists exist? Because I want to break the generational curses off of my family. It stops in my family. The generational curses. I want to stop the generational curses in my family. And so because I want to stop the generational curses of death, of sickness, diseases, depression, setbacks, rejections, everything that has caused us pain, that has caused us trauma, resentment, bitterness, unforgiveness. That stuff is trauma, guys. So come along with me. Come on this journey with me. Come on, welcome to our community. Welcome to our community. Welcome home, family. Welcome home, family. Welcome home, family. Welcome to Zealists. Here you are loved. Here there is room to heal. Here there is space for you. Okay? I love you guys so much. Go check out my Ko-Fi page. Check out my Instagram page. You have an awesome day. Have an awesome week. Have a prosperous week. And remember, Lamentations 3:22-23. God's mercies are renewed for you every day. When you wake up when the ground on top of the ground and the ground not on top of you, guess what? You have been favored. I am excited about your future. I am so excited about your future. I really am. I am excited about your future. Okay? I love you.